What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is ZacNovak and this is ZacNovak Plays Games, or ZacNovak uploads XURS videos for surprisingly a while. Sorry about that. Yeah, things are changing up, slight changes in the actual housing situation I'm living at, but I will go into details in that in another video. In today's video, we have XURS location and inventory. For all the interest, get around to it. I do hope you certainly enjoy. Alrighty, getting straight into today's video. XURS location and inventory. Good old tentacle bastard is chilling on Io near Giant Skull. Once you spawn in, jump on your sparrow and head in this general direction. Just follow where I'm going on screen, and the tentacle bastard is chilling in his little cave up here. Let us see if the tentacle bastard actually has anything good this week. Fingers crossed he actually does. Well, hopefully the 9 actually gives some good stuff this week, and surprisingly in itself actually is not too bad. Let us start things off with the good old Peregrine Greaves. 23 legendary shards for the Titans, exotic boots. They come with the good old perk called Peregrine Strike. I will actually say these things look pretty freaking cool, as well as the main perk being all shoulder charge abilities being Seismic Strike, Hammer Strike, or Shield Bash, deal bonus damage when activated in the air. These things in themselves also have something that looks pretty freaking cool, like these blades that actually come out of the freaking knees when you actually have it propped. I will actually state this thing in itself is honestly pretty freaking cool and works out in a lot of situations, both PvE and PvP. Pick these things up if you have not got them for your Titan. Once again, 23 legendary shards, pretty nice, pretty decent. Also 52 as its max stat altogether, and finally finishing that. And next up though, we've got ourselves the Starfire Protocol for the Warlock. 23 legendary shards for this D1 exotic bot D2 that still is pretty freaking decent. Main perk being Fusion Harness. Fusion grenades have an additional charge and recharge from empowered weapon damage. Fusion grenades also grant Rift Energy, which in itself is actually pretty decent, especially if you want to just pretty much use rifts upon rifts upon rifts. This thing in itself honestly is pretty freaking decent. It honestly looks pretty cool. It honestly is one of those ones where it's a D1 exotic bot to D2, so it's kind of like, you know, back in the day. This was something I always used. It kind of is something I always used in my Warlock. But this thing itself honestly is pretty decent. Pick it up if you've not got it. 23 legendary shards. Moving on though, next up we've got ourselves the good old Lucky Pants for the Hunter or Huntress. 20 legendary shards for this very underused exotic that actually looks pretty freaking decent. Main perk is also called Illegally Modded Holster. Precision hits load 1 round to the chamber of stone hand cannons. Hand cannons ready faster and are more accurate immediately after swapping to them. In other words, take a shot with your hand cannon, swap it out, and then shoot with the other hand cannon. This thing itself honestly is going to make things a lot of fun. I have actually used this from time to time in the actual Crucible just because it is actually a lot of fun in the Crucible, and some people don't really expect you to have 2 hand cannons with these on because, yeah, they're very underused and not many people actually use them in very specific situations like Crucible or Mayhem, which myself I've been going into using these quite recently. Once again though, 23 legendary shards. Pick them up if you've not got them. Definitely a lot of fun. Altogether, they are pretty good. Also 49 or 48 I should say for its total stat, as well as 49 for the Starfire's total stat. Yeah, not too bad, not horrible, definitely not great, but yeah. Finally though, finishing things off, we got ourselves the Fighting Lion, the 29 legendary shard grenade launching bastard beastly thing that honestly I really do freaking like. This thing looks pretty cool. Aesthetically it is amazing, and its perks being called Delayed Gratification. That's the hard word to say. Grenade projectiles will bounce off surfaces. Hold RT or R1 to fire and release to detonate. This thing itself is freaking crazy cool and honestly really beastly and crucible. Secondary perk, or trait I should say, being called Thin the Herd. Direct hits do more damage to enemy combatant shields, and rapid kills against grenade damage enemies refill the magazine, as well as kills always drop primary ammo. This thing itself is beastly, it's cool, and it honestly looks amazing with all 3 flavors of ornaments on it. Well, 2 flavors of ornaments that I got and the 1 flavor of regular. But I will actually say this thing itself I really freaking like. Pick it up if you've not got it. Once again, 29 legendary shards. Moving on though, next up, we've got ourselves the good old 5 of Swords challenge card. This allows you to tailor-made your nightfalls to make your nightfalls a little bit more fun, a little bit more challenge. You want to actually have a little bit more void damage that goes through your actual strikes. You want to have the whole thing where you only pick up health once you've actually killed enemies. You want to actually have the whole thing where you get health from running. Well, you can do that with this card, as well as a bunch of other different things. This in itself allows you to tailor-made your nightfalls to make your nightfalls more challenging by increasing those challenging challenges that exist in that challenging nightfall by adding challenging challenges on top of those challenging challenges that already exist within that challenging nightfall to make that nightfall more challenging with those challenging challenges. Pick it up once again because it is free and Zor just kind of gives away and it makes things a lot more fun and yeah, challenging challenges. Finally though, finishing things off, we've got ourselves the Isochronal Engram, aka the Fated Engram. Oh wait, actually it's just called an Exotic Engram now because Bungie changed the name of it. An Exotic Engram with a predestined outcome contains a new exotic if any remain to be collected, otherwise it contains a random piece of exotic armor. In other words, it'll give you a piece of exotic that you don't actually own from the actual kiosk unless you own all exotics. If you own all exotics, you'll get a duplicate piece of armor. However, that armor in itself can actually have some really good stats. It costs 97 legendary shards. Is it worth it for the Isochronal Engram? Yes, I honestly would say it is, because sometimes you can get some really good stuff like this. What I get on my Titan, Ursa Furiosa. That in itself actually is not bad, especially if that's got some good rolls on it. 56, well, is that better than my last one? Well, yes, actually, yeah, it is. Okay, that's not too bad. That's pretty decent. Ursa Furiosa with the perk called Ursine Guard. These things in themselves it brings a tear to my eye when I look at these. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's got like bear claws and bear arms and, you know, right to bear arms because you've actually got bear arms on. But one thing that I will actually state is if you actually go to the ornament and you chuck on the good old Ursa Maritimus, this honestly makes it seem like this was the last, you know, good old snow bear, let's just call them snow bears because it's better to call them snow bears than what they really are. They're snow bears. They really are snow bears. I will state, it is kind of sad to think about it. It's like you pretty much went out and killed the last snow bear. You went out and killed the last snow bear. And now it's one of those things. I say snow bear because I don't think the poles actually still exist. We haven't really seen the North or South Pole in the world of Destiny, so maybe they don't exist anymore, just my kind of guess. We went down there and killed the last few and decided to put them on our armor, and yeah, this is just a sad homage to the good old snow bears. Yeah, I like snow bears. If you guys actually watched that, the Golden Compass, there's a snow bear in that. His name is blah blah blah. I can't remember his name.
Yorick Burnison.
His name is Yorick Burnison. He was once a king. Then he took down Ragnar Strolla's son, and he was king once again. And then we went down there and killed him, and put them on this armor. That's always cool. Kind of sad, but also kind of cool. Like, yeah, this was a king. We went down and destroyed. Wait, hang on. But I gotta change that. Wait. Yes, he was a king. We went down there and we destroyed him. We took his hide and we put it on our armors because we're cool like that. I've been going on about this for way too long. Yorick Burnison, I salute you, brother. Anyway, this has been Zor's location and inventory for the week, and it's been ZacNovak. This has actually been a surprisingly good video because I've actually been able to sit down and record it, because let's just say my computer hasn't been actually up or running for the last, I think, week and a half. So yeah, that's just something that kind of sucks. But anyway, this has been ZacNovak, this has been Zor's location and inventory of the week, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have clicked like button, do look and stuff, and I'll be Sheeran like Karen if he was Ed Sheeran. But until next time, but until next time, you gotta run from me. But until next time, this is ZacNovak, signing off. Peace out.